Copper slipped 3 cents per pound today. Hi, I'm Carol from ScrapMonster here with your daily scrap metal price report for Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Let's start with the biggest move on the index. Number 1 and number 2 copper wire and tubing were both down 3 cents per pound. Bear Bright also eased by 3 cents. Now here's the metal by metal tape you need. Across copper, the 3-cent dip showed up in multiple grades. Number 1 and number 2 copper wire and tubing, Bear Bright, and number 3 copper light were each down 3 cents per pound. Most of the rest of the copper complex was steady, including insulated copper categories, radiators, transformers, yokes, and copper aluminum radiator lines. Aluminum was flat across the board today, including 1100, 3003 wheels extrusions, UPC, old sheet, and Zorba. Brass and bronze were unchanged, including 70, 30, 80, 20, 85, 15 radiator grades, and red and yellow brass. Stainless steel was the bright spot. Most common stainless steel grades were up 1 cent per pound, including 201, 301, 304 solid, 304 turnings, 309, and 316. Higher alloy grades did more. 310 stainless steel added 2 cents and 330 stainless steel led with a 3-cent gain. Steel was flat, including bundle, busheling, HMS, shred, and structural. Here's a quick read on what that likely reflects. Today's pattern looks consistent with a routine midweek reset. Non-ferrous cooling slightly while stainless firms. Here's the practical takeaway. If you're selling copper today, protect your average by tightening your sortings. Keep Bear Bright and number 1 separate from lower yield wire so that 3-cent dip doesn't get amplified and in a blended load. And on stainless, if you can separate the higher alloy buckets, today's strength is exactly why it pays. Are you selling or holding copper right now? And what are you seeing at your yard today? Overall, the North American scrap market was mixed, with copper down 3 cents in multiple grades, stainless up by a penny in most categories, and up to 3 cents in higher alloys, while aluminum, brass, and steel stayed flat. Prices reflect North American broker buying levels and can vary by region and load quality. For Europe, China, and India coverage and full live pricing and spreads, visit ScrapMonster.com and come back tomorrow for the weekly market report. I'll walk you through the full week's price actions, what actually drove the biggest moves, and what to watch next so you can time sales and purchasing with more confidence. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.